Hi, and welcome to The Reviewer. I'm your host, Matt Townsend, and today we will be reviewing the Windmill Massacre and the autopsy of Jane Doe. Now, before I get into this, I just wanted to say this will no longer be a podcast as of next week. I'm not canceling the show, but I don't want it to be a podcast anymore, so instead, I'm going to record it with a camera. Alright, moving on. Enough of that. The autopsy of Jane Doe is about two coroners, a father and son duo, who are pulled into a complex mystery while attempting to identify the body of a young woman, who was apparently harboring dark secrets. The Windmill Massacre, also known as the Windmill, is about unsuspecting tourists who awaken a mysterious evil in the Dutch countryside after their tour bus breaks down, stranding them at an abandoned barn beside a sinister windmill. Okay, my likes for the autopsy of Jane Doe were, when they were cutting open the body in that scene, I just loved how real it looked. It didn't look fake like other movies that attempted this. It looked actually pretty real to me. The special effects were great for the autopsy of Jane Doe. The story was great. My likes for the Windmill, also known as the Windmill Massacre, the movie had plenty of blood and gore. I just loved it. I love slasher movies and other horror movies that have blood and gore. I just find them entertaining. And I love the guessing game with this movie, because throughout the movie you learned their backstories, but only a little bit before they died. So once you learn that the guy is only taking out the sinners, it's pretty much a guessing game to who's next and what they did. And the video and audio was great, and production value was actually really good. My dislikes for the Windmill Massacre, also known as the Windmill, were they could have used better special effects, especially at the end, because it got very, very cheesy at the end. It just was not good near the end. And I wish at the beginning they gave more of a backstory instead of doing a little excerpt right like a couple minutes before they die. It would have been a hell of a lot nicer. Scenes were way too fast paced to keep the intensity of the movie, and there was a couple jump scares that just were not good at all. They need to definitely work on their jump scares. Today, I decided to throw in The Shallows as an extra movie for the fun of it. The Shallows is about Nancy Adams, who is played by Blake Lively. Nancy travels to a secluded beach. While soaking up some sun and hitting the waves, a great white shark attacks. She swims to a large rock nearby and is left stranded a little ways from shore. Will she get away, or will she die trying? Go watch the movie and find out for yourself and see what happens. My likes for The Shallows: the audio was good, the video was good. The acting, on the other hand, could have been a little bit better, but it was good. There was definitely blood. There was actually surprisingly a decent amount of blood. And they didn't do too terrible with character development. Now, let's move on to my dislikes for The Shallows. The pacing in some spots was way too slow, and it reminded me of too much of Soul Surfer. Final thoughts and ratings for The Windmill Massacre. My rating for it is 3.5 out of 5. I love the idea for this movie. It keeps you engaged and interested throughout the whole movie, and it makes you feel for the characters in spots. My final thoughts and ratings for the autopsy of Jane Doe were, I give this a 3 out of 5. I thought it was a great concept, and I loved the fact she turned out to be a witch at the end. I thought that was just amazing that she did. My final thoughts and ratings for The Shallows. I give this a 4 out of 5. This was a good movie overall, but it was too much like Soul Surfer. If you want to check me out on any of my social medias, check out my website. All links will be down in the description below. We have now reached the end of the show. At the end of each show, I like to do a question of the week and short film of the week. And today's short film is Selfie from Hell. You can find it at bit.ly/selfie from hell. And today's question is, who is the killer in the first Friday the 13th? Jason Voorhees, Alice Hardy, Pamela Voorhees, or Ned Rubenstein? Answer the question on the reviewer site, bit.ly facebook.com/thereviewer, or in the comments below. And if you have any questions for me, business or not, email me at darkfilms23@gmail.com or at matttownsend3156@gmail.com. Don't forget to check out the Terror Threads affiliate link in the description. We thank you for joining us today. I hope you enjoyed, and please tune in next week when we review Slasher.com and Don't Kill It. Have a nice day.